Hello, it is 12 noon in Paris. It's 5:30 a.m. in Caracas. I'm Monita Rajpal. You're watching World 1, live from London. Just days after he was freed from house arrest while awaiting a possible trial in New York, the allegations against Dominique Strauss-Kahn look set to escalate. Here's the woman at the center of the new claims against the former head of the International Monetary Fund. Tristan Banon is a French writer. Strauss-Kahn denies all the charges against him. He's even filing a counterclaim against Tristan Banon, accusing her of making false declarations. CNN's senior international correspondent Jim Bitterman joins us now live from Paris with more. Jim.
Monita, in fact, the lawyer's got a couple of things on his hands here if he wants to bring the charges to any kind of fruition in France, because for one thing, he has to prove attempted rape because the statute of limitation in place.
Returning to the home front to fight the battle of his life, Venezuela's President Hugo Chavez surprised local people by showing up in the capital on Monday after several weeks in Cuba receiving treatment for cancer. He addressed a cheering crowd from the balcony of the presidential palace. Dressed in military fatigues, he vowed to win this battle for life. Mr. Chavez said last week doctors in Cuba had removed a cancerous tumor. The jury is out in a court case that has gripped America, the Casey Anthony murder trial. The 25-year-old from Florida faces the death penalty over charges that she murdered her 2-year-old daughter, whose skeleton was found in woodlands near the family home. Now, before the jury retired, prosecutors gave their closing arguments, calling Casey a pathological liar and accusing her of murdering her child in cold blood to live a carefree life. CNN's David Mattingly joins us now live from Orlando, Florida with more. David.
The prosecutors in this case did have the final word in front of the jury yesterday, and they made it count.
Of CNN's continuing coverage of the Freedom Project, we want to take you inside one of the largest trafficking rings discovered in Europe. The human trafficking unit of the police agency in the Catalonia region of Spain has given CNN unprecedented access to show you what it takes to investigate crimes of forced labor and prostitution. World 1, here are some of the stories we're talking about. The World's Association of Camel Scientists is very angry. That's after an Australian company proposed culling wild dromedaries, as camels are called, to deal with climate change. Australian company Northwest Carbon says camels are flatulent and add to global warming. They propose shooting them from helicopters and selling their carcasses to abattoirs for human and animal consumption. Well, scientists say camels are useful and eat little compared with how much meat and milk they produce. Move over 3D. The movie industry is already considering its next challenge, the fourth dimension. When Spy Kids 4, All the Time in the World, hits cinemas, moviegoers will experience something new, the aromascope. Not only will we be able to feel as if they're in the middle of the action, but thanks to scratch and sniff type cards. Remember those stickers? Well, they will also be able to smell what's happening on the screen. The movie will be launching August 19th. And if you want to join Google+, you're not the only one. Google's answer to Facebook has prompted a lot of interest, but so far it's open only via invitation, and that's why many people have been taken in by a spam email claiming to provide that elusive invitation. But if you click on the link, you're going to get some bad luck. The only place you're directed to is a website selling Viagra and other stuff. Nothing to do with the social networking service. There's heavy flooding and mudslides that are causing major hardship in parts of southern China. Meteorologist Karen McGinnis joins us now live from the World Weather Center with more on that. We've got some amazing pictures as well with that, Karen.
It is, and it's been dreadful for the last several days. They've seen some heavy rainfall. And
the successor has been many things. The 17th most powerful woman on the planet. That's according to Forbes magazine. The best finance minister in Europe. And that's according to the Financial Times. She's also a former synchronized swimming champion. Now Christine Lagarde is adding managing director to the IMF to her resume. Today, she begins her new job in Washington. Her appointment was not without controversy. Many IMF members, especially emerging economies, said it was time to end Europe's monopoly on the post. Well, Lagarde has already spoken to her staff via a video message. CNN's Nina DeSantos is here now to tell us what she was saying to them, Nina.
Yeah, Monita, we do have a few hints as to kind of the relationship that she wants with staff at the IMF, thanks to a transcript.
Wow, that's an important trifecta to have. All right, thank you very much for that, Nina. The question of premeditation will be the key issue in a murder trial that started in Tokyo on Monday. A Japanese man has admitted he raped and killed a 22-year-old British teacher. The victim, Lindsay Ann Hawker, was working at an English language school. Richard Lloyd Perry, thank you so much for your time. This is World One, live from London. The most powerful man in world football raises eyebrows yet again. Just over a month after he was re-elected amid controversy, as FIFA president Sepp Blatter continues to attract less than flattering headlines. Our sports correspondent Alex Thomas is here with an interesting photo of the world football boss. And I saw this, I thought, oh no.
I know. I'll just tease you for a second, Monita, but at the beginning of June, you'll remember...
Parties there, parties everywhere.
Yeah.
It was July 4th, Independence Day in the United States. A lot of barbecues, a lot of burgers, a lot of hot dogs, and I was telling you before in the break that I was hungry, but after watching this video that you're going to show us, probably not.
Yeah, exactly, because, as you say, July the 4th, Independence Day in the United States. And obviously one of the other traditions...
Oh, it's just wrong. I'm sorry, I can't. It's just watching it. Just.
So I go and get you something when I leave?
Yeah, just not a hot dog. Alex Thomas, thank you very much for that. You're watching World One, live from London. Final destination, how NASA's space shuttles are being prepared for one last mission. You're watching World One, live from London. We are coming up at almost 7 a.m. in New York, 1 p.m. in Berlin, 8 p.m. in Tokyo. It's a real Indiana Jones-style discovery. Gold coins, sacks of diamonds, solid gold idols, and much more. The treasure was found in a 16th century Hindu temple in Kerala. That's in southern India. It is estimated to be worth at least $22 billion. Reporting there. Let's take a look now at what's trending on social media. At number 3, Prince William and Catherine's tour of Canada. It's our most popular story on CNN.com right now. The British royals are in Yellowknife in the Northwest Territories on day 6 of their trip. They'll be taking part in Aboriginal activities, including drumming, sports, and dancing. At number 2, Daniel Radcliffe, the actor who plays Harry Potter, has admitted he had a drinking problem. In an interview with GQ magazine, the 21-year-old says he quit alcohol in 2010 after becoming reliant on it. Radcliffe was just 9 years old when he was cast as the young wizard. The final movie in the franchise has its premiere in London on Thursday. And at number 1, Casey Anthony's trial. The 25-year-old Florida mother accused of murdering her 2-year-old daughter is awaiting her fate. Right now, the jury is considering their verdict. The court drama has gripped America and has been a top talking point online for weeks. Now, today is a day of celebration in Venezuela as the nation marks its bicentennial, and many feel there's another reason to celebrate. Luis joins us now from Caracas with more on this presidential homecoming. Luis.
Good morning, Monita. It's 6 a.m. and 23 minutes. Time zone here is quite different from the rest of the world.
Luis Carlos Velez in Caracas, thank you so much. You're watching World One, live from London. I'm Monita Rajpal. Thank you for joining us. An update of the world headlines is coming up at the top of the hour, followed by Piers Morgan tonight. We want to leave you with these amazing shots from southern China, where heavy rains have caused severe landslides. You're watching CNN.